Blastpop here. Today I'm taking a look at fighting formations from GMT games designed by Chad Jensen, and I'm looking and opening the second printing, which essentially was a reprint with very little changes to the first printing, because the game is relatively errata-free to begin with. This game acts as a storyline in essence, because it takes the Großdeutschland Motorized Infantry Division through World War II and gives you, not all of World War II, but through the early part of World War II, 1941, to show what happened to the formation and how it changed through a series of different scenarios and battles. Having said that, there's a new module or expansion for this game. It just came out from GMT as of June 2018, and I'll be receiving that shortly. So I figured it was a good time to open this up and take a look at it and see what's in the base game. And so anyway, an interesting cover here of a rifleman with a couple German potato mashers or hand grenades. 2-inch box, and the back of the fighting formations box. Here you see one of the many maps that are in the game, a couple sample cards, counters, and has 5 counter sheets, a deck of cards, 4 back printed 22 by 34 maps, 24-page series rule book, 64-page playbook, 10 dice, 10 1 cube, 10 wooden cubes, a wooden pawn, is of medium solitaire suitability and medium complexity. Having played this in the past, I will tell you that it does play reasonably well solo, and does give a good tactical feel for the situation going on in the game. So we'll open this baby up. I'm going to start here. If you hear the fan, there's a warm morning here, so I'm trying to keep it a little cool, so I apologize in advance if that is in any way annoying. This is one of those heavy-duty boxes the GMT's been using the last few years. At least it feels that way, where it could survive some really strong impacts. Okay, bunch of baggies, dice, 4-sided, try that again, 6-sided, 8-sided, 10-sided, 20-sided. Wooden cubes. Let's see, it's supposed to be 10 of those babies there. Looks like that. And also a token or a pawn. Deck of cards. Fake card. Barrage. Put that aside for now. Playbook. In color. Examples of play. A little bit idea what the game looks like you know, in a contrived but in play sense. So if you don't understand the concept, you have the ability, and there's some history back there, order a battle, but if you don't have an opportunity to understand something as well as you'd like, there's your second shot at it if the rules are unclear to you. Scenarios. Some are bigger than others. The only complaint I have about the counters, and it's of personal taste, is I always felt that the vehicular counters in this game should be a look down and not a side view because of facing rules that are in this game. As you see here, they look nice, don't get me wrong. It just seems like they should have been looking down, since there is, again, facing rules. So also you have exclusive rules if they eventually have other games in the series to represent other divisions. And then your summary of orders of what you can do potentially do during your turn. And this all comes in, I think, this one book at about 64 pages. Yeah. Your actual series rule book, which, all things considered, isn't that thick, so it's not an overly complex game. So 24 pages. Summary orders in the back, a splash picture on the front. So glossary. So overall here, in terms of rules, not that much. And it details here a lot of all those orders that you'll be needing, like moving, barraging, melee, assault, some of the terrain, spotting, line of sight, combat, orders, asset cards. Not a difficult game. And your counters and markers. Nice looking counters. Clean. Not overly busy. Backside the same. If I'm not right, these are reduced sides. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've played. Let's see now. First one was counter sheet. One, I believe it was. Yep. Counter sheet 2. Make sure you get all the proper counter sheets along the way. Yep, very nice. Counter sheet 3. this should be for. And it is. Counters are of the white core, which in the past I've expressed the preference that I like. They're neat. They don't have too much extra flash and core material sticking outside the counter, and they clip nicely for those that clip counters. And finally, a sheet of half-inch size counters, which as of late have become rather old school. 5/8 or 9/16 are become more the standard size for non-oversized counters. But definitely serviceable, and for the purposes here, work just fine. My eyes aren't what they used to be, so I'm more and more wary of smaller counters. These are like hit markers, system markers, ad hoc terrain such as wire mines. The order sheet and time track, or order matrix as they call it. And this is the heart of the system right here. Player aid card. Garage table. Terrain effects chart. All the various types of terrain. Map sheets. A little on the thin side, but they still should hold kind of well. They feel kind of, I'm going to call it laminated. I'm not going to open all these up. There are so many, but I will give you a sense of what they tend to look like, if I can ever open it up. There we go. Rail line crossing a road. Some town fighting here. And this one looks like it's got a sister map that will attach to it to make for an even bigger fight. Some good wargaming going on here, that's all I can say. Let's see. And we have all those other maps, fields. again, I'm not going to open them all up. There's just so much of them. And that in itself could be a video. But suffice it to say, similar artwork style. Not too much variance in terms of variety and style. It looks fairly similar. Very nicely done. And hopefully the new expansion, the Harkov expansion, which covers battles in 43 and 44, it will hopefully make the game gain new life. And in terms of cards, it adds a certain amount of variability. And hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what you see, please subscribe. If you have any comments, this has been Blastpop. Bye.